Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I play video series videos I've been doing for the while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that the time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I just had a rather spiffy breakfast. So doing this review is going to be a little bit of a task for me, but we're going to do it. You better believe we're going to do it. But anyway, super simple format, folks. Going to go over there, try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm inside the truck. And whilst I'm doing that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my vintage shirt, which I've worn a number of times. Quite a few times at this point. I have so many shirts, but I just tend to pick the newer ones because, you know, they're out and about and they're not worn up or anything. Worn down, that's what I meant to say. I'm a little bit zonky still because, like, typically when I do reviews, I try to give myself like 2 hours after waking up to sort of let my brain fully defog. But today I was like, I woke up and I'm like, I need breakfast. So I went and got breakfast, and then there was something to review, so here we are. But anyway, Vended is a very cool heavy metal band. They have an association with the band Slipknot, in that a couple of their members are the offspring of some of the members from Slipknot. I've been fortunate enough, I've seen them perform a couple times. They opened up for a band called Ginger, and then later on, they opened up for a band called Bloodywood. Both times they were really fantastic. I even got some videos of those performances. They're on this channel as well, just in case you're into like concert stuff too, because I do food stuff and concert stuff. That's kind of the whole thing. And if you dig deep enough, there's actually some crappy little movie reviews that I did like years and years ago now. You really want to go watch those. But anyway, yes. So what am I reviewing for you folks? Well, like I said, I went out and grabbed some breakfast from a place that opened just recently, I think about a month ago now, called Lake Street Cafe. They'd previously been this little sit-down restaurant that had been around for quite a while. Around the time of the pandemic, like, there were some ownership changes, and then, like, they tried to revamp it, and it didn't really, it just, the constant, like, reopening and closure, and eventually they just, the owners said to hell with it and sold it, and it has now become the Lake Street Cafe, and it's like a cool little breakfast and lunch kit, location. I've been there a couple times now. I've really enjoyed the breakfast. But I was looking over at their lunch menu, and they had something on it that I was like, alright, well, clearly I have to fucking review that. So, what is it that I'm reviewing, folks? This is going to be, yes. There's no way this isn't going to be hard to do. Because, folks, it is the boom! It's the glazed donut burger from Lake Street Cafe. Sure, man. Sure. Yeah, so, it's glazed donut burger. Comes complete with sauteed onions, American cheese, and a glazed donut bun. I remember years ago, comedian Jim Gaffigan brought up the joke of, one day we would just have burgers with donuts for buns. And we do now. And this isn't even the first one I personally had. What was it, KFC, I think, did one at one point, like a few years back. And I've had other ones too, so I got it medium rare, because that's the best way to have your meat cooked. I don't know if it's still going to be medium rare, because it's been a little bit since, I ate and everything, but we are going to go over there. It's just, I mean, Cool, man, let's just eat it. It's still fairly medium rare. Maybe gearing a little bit towards medium, but I mean, here's the thing. Outside of the ridiculousness of the whole thing, because that's what it is. It's just ridiculous for the sake of ridiculous. It still needs to work as a burger. Now, right off the bat, obviously, if you're not into sweet and savory stuff, I know my one guest or fan, or however you want to refer to yourselves, he mentioned he does not like sweet and savory at all. So, sorry, man, this one's not going to be for you. But I love sweet and savory. I think it's a great combination. This has that. The burger actually seems to be pretty good. Not that I was expecting it to be bad or anything like that, but, it's not a burger place. So, places that serve burgers that aren't burger places can be very, But it seems like it's cooked well. It's got a decent flavor to it. I'm pretty down with that burger. It's not bad. It's not like an epic tier burger or anything like that. I wouldn't say the beef itself, while tasting pretty good, I wouldn't say it has a lot of personality to it, which when you go to like really good burger places, they typically have like a taste to their beef. Like if I go to, Kuma's or Burger Antics, or like their burgers taste like their burgers. This tastes like a good burger, but definitely kind of, something standard. That's fine. I like the choice of American cheese. I like American cheese. I know some people, especially outside of America, disrespect our native cheese, but I don't give a damn. I like American cheese, and I think it's great on a burger. It melts perfectly. It's wonderful. Now, that aside, the one point of contention that I really have with this is the sauteed onions. Sweet and savory go perfectly together. Sweet and savory with onion, I don't think works that well. Like, sauteed onions on a burger work, for sure. I'm not the biggest onion guy in the world, but, I'll rock some sauteed onions. But as I'm eating it, you're getting this nice mix of sweet and savory, and then you just get onion in there. And it's like, sweet and savory work as a combination. Plus the onion, that's one too many contrasting flavors, it kind of throws it out of balance. It's not egregious, but it's definitely noticeable. As for the donut itself, it's a glazed, very squishy donut. It is not the easiest thing in the world to hold on to, but, you roll with it. It's good. It's easy to eat and everything. Like I said, it's not easy to... The problem with a donut burger is that fundamentally it's just, going to be sloppy as shit. There's no two ways about it. But it does actually taste good. Like, I would say that's actually a pretty decent donut. And I've had, at one point in time, I don't think they even sell them anymore, great value from Walmart, used to sell frozen donut burgers. Take them, pop them in the microwave. One of the worst things I've ever eaten. Like, seriously, it was gnarly bad. Did not work on a level. I wasn't expecting it to be great, but that was awful. So, to kind of bring it all together, the burger itself is good, not outstanding, but it's cooked well, and, it's a decent beef burger. I got no big issues with it. The donut itself is nice, it's tasty, it's sweet. It works in its capacity as a bun. The American cheese is, it's American cheese. It does what it needs to do. The onions are really the thing, man. I think it personally... And part of that's on me. I could have requested for not onions, but I try to, when I do these reviews, I try to, review them as authentically as possible most of the time. I would definitely, if I got this again, I would ditch the onions. I don't need those in my life. But two questions do have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Would I get it again? I'm going to go with probably not. Not because it's bad. Let me emphasize that. And I like Lake Street Cafe. They're really good. The thing is that, like I said, I've had a few donut burgers in my time. The donut burger is one of those things where I do feel like it works best in a more artisanal burger setting, where you're kind of expecting the wackiness. I think that that's the place for that. I think it's kind of quiche, or kitsch to go over there and have it on the menu, but it's not something I would get at a location like that. I would go there for just a nice sit-down breakfast. That's usually what I get, or, maybe a nice sit-down lunch. This, yeah, I think it, like I said, I think it's better suited to more artisanal settings. As for recommending it, I mean, you could try it for fun, but again, if you do want like a donut burger, I would more hit up, again, just look for sort of kind of pub and grill type places and stuff. Sometimes they'll offer them. This isn't bad, but I've certainly had better incarnations of it that felt more fitting in the location. If that makes any sense. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly donut burger-tastic rest of your life. Not the Great Value one, though, because that was bad, and it made me very, very sad. It's one of the few times in my life where I just completely tossed food, because it was just, I ate part of one and was like, oh, this is the worst thing ever, and I just tossed the entire rest of the pack. It's really bad. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole, especially when you're over there and you're doing a review and you have this sudden urge to poop. So, with that said, take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, if you're like me, the thing that you need to do is you need to go use the facilities, and as a result, I'm going to go over there and end this outro a little bit early. So, do what you need to do when you need to poop. Bye!